And we're back. This is Mr. Land with day 4 of Virtual Health and Phys Ed. The purpose of today's video is to explain the expectations of our second training session. So students need to follow these 4 steps to meet today's expectations. Step 1, you're going to use the Wodify Athlete app to sign into your respective section of Virtual Health and Phys Ed. That's either 0, 8th, or 9th period. Once you sign in, you need to read each movement's description and watch the video demonstrations of each movement. Once you understand what you're going to do, you're going to perform the movements in order. Today we're going to work on 3 specific movements. Movement 1 is the perfect push-up. Movement 2 is the reverse pull-up. There's 2 different options there you can choose from. And then finally, number 3 is the butterfly sit-up. So how that's gonna work is, of those 3 movements, you're gonna do 5 sets of 5 repetitions. You're gonna give yourself a little bit of a break in between. So you'll make sure you need a clock or a timer. You'll start the clock or timer. You'll perform 5 repetitions of the perfect push-up, rest for the remainder of the minute. Perform the 2nd set, 3rd set, 4th set, 5th set at the top of each minute, resting for the remainder. Once you're done the 5 sets of push-ups, you'll move on to the reverse pull-up. Make sure you watch those video demonstrations prior to that, so you pick the right form or right modification of the reverse pull-up. You'll do the same thing for your 5 sets of the reverse pull-up. Top of each minute, you'll perform 5 quality reps, rest for the remainder. That'll take you to the 10-minute mark. Then you'll move on to the butterfly sit-up. You'll perform 5 reps at the top of each minute of the butterfly sit-up. You'll do that for 5 minutes. Once you're finished the 5th set of butterfly sit-ups, you'll move on to the finisher. The finisher today is an introduction to what's called an AMRAP. AMRAP is an acronym that stands for as many rounds as possible, as many quality rounds as possible. You don't have to go super fast. 3 movements today. First movement is 60 jumping jacks. Once you're done the 60th jumping jack, you'll move on to the push and perform 10 perfect push-ups. Once you're done the 10th push-up, you'll move on to the butterfly sit-ups, performing 10 repetitions of butterfly sit-ups. Once you do that one time through, you'll go back to the jumping jacks. You can do as many rounds as possible in 8 minutes. So you'll need to start a timer prior to starting the jumping jacks. Do as many rounds as possible. Once you get to the 8-minute mark, you can stop performing the movements, and then you'll put how many rounds you completed in that 8 minutes into Wodify. So this is how you'll score that. For example, if you completed 6 rounds of those 3 movements and completed 60 jumping jacks beginning the 7th round, and the 8-minute mark came, your score would be 6 rounds plus 60 repetitions. That would be the score that you enter into Wodify. So that's your introduction to an AMRAP. 3 movements today. Again, jumping jacks, practicing the perfect push-up, and butterfly sit-ups. So good luck with today's training session. A couple notes before the end of the video. Make sure you submit the attendance check-in Google form prior to the end of the school day at 2:30. It's 1 question today. You don't need to get the question correct to get credit for attendance, obviously. But regardless, you need to submit that prior to 2:30. That's how we'll track attendance today, and make sure you're checking in with Google Classroom, reading through all the required information. How that works is, if I set the Google form up correctly, you'll provide a response. When I check attendance, you'll get a response recorded. It also sends you the correct answer to that question, whether you got it correct or incorrect. The information today is related to, I think it is a nutrition question. So I hope that you found this video useful. Make sure you contact me with any questions. And remember, work is the gift.